We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Preston Smith there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Bind, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Rich.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
Touchdown, Vikings.
K.J. Osborne.
40 yards.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing is Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running off tackle with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The throw over the middle taken in. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich, open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball. Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the bootleg. Rich.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Rich.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich being chased at touchdown.
K.J. Osborne.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from going up by 30. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Rodgers.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Rodgers again now.
Got a man, it's Tonyan. And he is going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The give is to Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 2nd and very short, Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run it with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and 2, Rich. And that will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw.
Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete.
And again, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off the bootleg. Rich on the move to his left. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Rodgers to throw once more. That's taken in by Watson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Jones.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Rodgers.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Rodgers. They go screen with Dillon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Johnson for the extra point try.
And that'll cut the lead down to 26. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And Bo Melton with a touchdown reception to finish the drive off. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 84 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again on first down. Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Cook again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.